Welcome to Kicking Balls FC, the post game of the Euro final between Italy and England 2020. Let me tell you, as you can see, I'm so happy for my Italian friends out there. Wow, what a game. You know what? All I can say is, kudos to Italy for standing firm. And I know there's a lot of noise going around. It's very hot right now. I don't have any AC in my facility, but I'll do my best to recap what just happened in this amazing final. So let's start out how England and Italy first got in, right? Let's talk a little bit about the semifinals that they had at both face. So England survived a scare against Denmark, right? Denmark actually struck early in the semifinal with an amazing free kick. But then there was an own goal that happened. The own goal keeps becoming the MVP of the tournament. And then England scores a penalty goal, which I doubt was a penalty. But, I'll agree to disagree. And they make to the final. Italy, on the other hand, they had to tie the score and go into penalties against Spain. Kind of what we saw here in this instance, right? So now we see Italy against England. So England is the home team. They're playing in Wembley, right? They haven't had to travel that much. So I would think that England would be the favorites, to win this tournament. But I actually put in right before, the start of the game. If you go on my Twitter page, right? If you go on my Twitter page, you can actually see a little bit of, my breaking down of what I think is going to happen on this final. And I did say that Italy was going to win, and it was going to be a hard-fought match, right? I can try to get the tweet as early as possible, so you know that I'm not kidding, right? Because I am a man of my word, and I just want to show you guys, what I am talking about. And what's really interesting is when I saw the lineup, Italy did a couple of changes, right? And once I saw how England was going to be, they were going to basically sit back a lot. And I was actually surprised about that, of that lineup, because usually against this Italy team, you have to press. You have to press as much as you can, because if you don't do it, it's going to be very tough. It's going to be hard just to break down this Italy team that was so good. So let's see. I'm going to show you, right? What I'm going to show you right now. So let's see. There you go. Look what it says right there. So look, I posted this at 11:39, right before kickoff. Right before the 12 o'clock kickoff. It says right there. If I will say that Italy will win, but it won't be easy, especially being the away team. And that was an understatement, right? Because I would say 95% of that stadium was full of English fans. And as they should be. They're the home team. But if England wants to win, they have to do it immediately, start pressing and attacking, because the longer the match progresses, the more threat Italy will be. Especially their bench. They're dangerous. And that was the key. I was surprised that England didn't study Italy enough, right? And that's exactly what happened. And what's really interesting is I'm going to go over how the game went, little by little. And what's really interesting is that the whole opening ceremony was really cool, but I also saw some disruptive fans trying to get into the stadium that did not have tickets, and that was unfortunate. And there was just a lot of, hooligans, going around in England because they knew there was going to be a big game. But what I didn't like about the English fans, not all of them, I'm just going to say some of them, that they already thought that they already won the cup, that there was no way that England was going to lose, because if you look in their history, they have not lost a competitive game in European tournaments in Wembley at all until today, right? Italy took that opportunity and now puts that stamp that Wembley is not invincible. And what's really interesting, sorry about that, I'm just getting a lot of texts from a lot of friends that are just ecstatic about the game. And what I liked about Italy is that they never gave up. They never died. At first half, I was a little concerned because they do look deflated. So at the very first start of the game, right, I will say this, that Italy came out flat-footed because in less than 2 minutes, England goes in front. And I'm thinking like, wow, is it going to be over that quickly, right? Because in minute 2, Shaw makes it from a cross that came out of nothing. And then the Italy defense were just there ball watching. And I'm thinking, this is not the same Italy team that I'm used to, right? So for the first half, England is getting a lot of momentum. They're playing their game. They're letting Italy try to get the ball, and they're putting like at least 10 men behind the defense, behind the goalkeeper. And it was working perfectly. But then late in the first half, you can kind of see how Italy was getting more and more confident outside the box, inside the box, connecting simple passes. And they're, even though they lacked a little bit of speed, they had that killer instinct in crossing the ball. So now let's move on to the second half. When we go to the second half, right, you're seeing Italy now getting more and more adventurous. They're having better possession of the ball. They're getting better crosses. They're getting good on attacking and pressing. And then Italy immediately, gets the ball and then wins. So what's really cool, about how Italy just never said died, is just that game itself, the way Italy did that corner kick, came out of nothing and then they tied it. And that's where you saw the momentum shift to Italy. So right there, Italy was now pressing more and more. England were looking a little bit running out of ideas. They did have good moments, but it wasn't enough. And now we go to extra time. And then extra time, usually that's Italy's game because we've seen Italy win during extra time. I always remember the 2006 World Cup when they were tied against Germany, and then they made those 2 goals at the end. So now PKs come in, and Italy goes first on the PKs, make it. Italy then England does it. Then Italy misses. Then England makes it. Then Italy makes it 2-2. And then for the next 3 penalties, England just misses it. Rashford, Sancho, Saka, they all missed it. And it was usually, and Saka was the one that could have tied the penalty shootout, because in the 5th and final penalty take, Italy was winning 3-2 against England. And in that moment, Saka could have, saved England, but everyone knew that the curse of the penalties of England has returned. Those demons that you thought were exercised during their 2018 World Cup came back. And what a time it did come. It was unfortunate. But Italy took it to England. And credit to them, they played their football, they played their soccer to perfection. And I have to say that I am so proud that, Italy turned it around. They did what they needed to do to win. And now they go to a record, I think 34 or 35 game unbeaten streak. So I think they're getting closer to that goal of Spain and Brazil. So it looking really good. So what do I have to say? The reaction, it was sometimes boring in certain moments of the game, but in other times it was exciting. Most of the time, I will say for this game, it was exciting. It was not bad, and I have to say credit to Italy. Being the underdogs, I will say, especially in under those circumstances, playing in Wembley, playing away, being the away team, but they found a way to make it. And the way that Italy's program turned around from missing the World Cup in 2018, from now becoming European champions. And now they look like title contenders for the World Cup coming next year in Qatar 2022. Hopefully that they qualify. And I think they should qualify. There shouldn't have any problem not qualifying. So I just wanted to give you that, reaction and intake. And sorry for the noise. It's just hot. Like I said, I have the windows open. I have the fans on. You're hearing sirens and stuff. Sorry about that. Was saying. So yeah, again, credit to Italy. Italy won. They won. They won, and they're the champions for the second time in their history, European champions. And unfortunately for England, the drought still continues. They haven't won a championship since the 1966 World Cup that happened in England in English soil. So that's unfortunate, but that's how the game rolls. But again, credit to England, credit to their program, credit to what they've been doing so far. They've been doing the small things right, and all I can say is that wow, it was such a good tournament overall. I can't complain about that. I'm sorry if I'm moving around. It's just that I'm trying to get like the good light or something, and trying to get rid of that. I don't have that much money. But anyway, but what did you guys think about the game? Was it exciting? Was it boring? Are you happy for Italy? Are you sad that they won? What about the English fans? How are you feeling, guys? I know it's a gut punch. I thought it was coming home, but it wasn't coming home. It was coming to Rome, fortunately. So you gotta, put your heads up high, England. Maybe next time. And next time is coming soon. Maybe the World Cup. Maybe you'll use this defeat as motivation to win the big prize, the World Cup. Let's not forget, the World Cup is the biggest prize for every nation in the world. So hopefully that will be, hopefully maybe we'll see a good English team in the World Cup next World Cup on 2022 next year, and then also Italy as well. So thank you guys for joining me in this post-game analysis. I know it's much of an analysis, but I wanted to do it because I haven't had a time to do any predictions because, I have been doing a lot of emergency stuff that has been going on family-wise. And, there's more important things than football and soccer in life. So you always have to take care of your family, take care of your health. So thank you guys. Stay awesome. And I will also be doing a Copa America reaction later on, probably tomorrow. All right, guys. Peace out.